Hello, my dear friend. It's so good to sit down with you today. I'm speaking to you not just as a psychologist, but as someone who's walked alongside many people through the ups and downs of life, especially as we move into our middle and later years. Today, I want to share something close to my heart, something that's not only backed by science, but feels like a warm hug for your mind and soul. We're going to talk about how reading every single day can transform your mental health, lift your spirits, and yes, even help you live a longer, fuller life. You might be thinking, reading? Really? How can something so simple make such a big difference? I hear you. Life can feel heavy sometimes. Maybe you're juggling health concerns, family responsibilities, or just try and make sense of the stage of life. But trust me, this small habit of opening a book can be like a lifeline. It's not about escaping reality. It's about enriching it, giving your brain a workout, and soothing your heart in ways you might not expect. So, let's settle in. Maybe imagine we're having a cup of coffee together and explore why reading is one of the best gifts you can give yourself. Why reading matters for your mind. As a psychologist, I've spent years studying how our minds work, especially as we age. One thing I've learned is that our brains are like gardens. They need care, nourishment, and regular tending to stay vibrant. Reading is one of the most powerful ways to nurture your mind. There's a fascinating study from Yale University that followed people over 50 for more than a decade. They found that those who read books for just 30 minutes a day lived, on average, 2 years longer than those who didn't read. Even more, regular readers had a 20% lower risk of passing away during the study. That's not just a statistic. It's a testament to the power of this simple habit. Why does reading have such a big impact? Because books engage your brain in a deep, meaningful way. When you read a novel, you're not just scanning words. You're imagining new worlds, remembering characters, and piecing together stories. It's like taking your brain to the gym. This kind of mental exercise strengthens your memory and sharpens your focus, which is so important as we get older. I often tell my patients, your brain is ready to learn and grow at any age. All it needs is a little encouragement, a balm for stress and anxiety. Let's talk about something we all face. Stress. Maybe you're worried about your health, or perhaps you're feeling the weight of the world with everything going on. Stress isn't just a feeling. It can raise your blood pressure, weaken your immune system, and make it harder to enjoy life. As a psychologist, one of my favorite tools for managing stress is reading. It's like a mini vacation for your mind. There's a study from the University of Sussex that found just 6 minutes of reading can reduce stress by up to 68%. 6 minutes. That's less time than it takes to brew your morning coffee. When you dive into a book, your heart rate slows, your breathing steadies, and your body lets go of that tension. It's not just about distraction. It's about giving your mind a safe place to rest. I've seen this with so many of my patients. One woman, Linda, who's 64, told me that reading mysteries before bed helped her sleep better than any pill ever did. It's like my worries just melt away, she said. That's the kind of relief we all deserve. Keeping your brain young. One of the biggest concerns I hear from people in their 50s, 60s, and beyond is about memory. Maybe you misplaced your keys one too many times, or you've struggled to recall a name. Those moments can feel scary, but here's the good news. Your brain is incredibly resilient, and reading can help keep it young. Studies, like one from the journal Neurology in 2013, show that activities like reading can slow cognitive decline and even reduce the risk of dementia. When you read, you're doing so much more than passing time. You're building new connections in your brain, strengthening your memory, and boosting your ability to think clearly. It's like giving your mind a daily dose of vitamins. I often recommend reading to my patients as a way to stay sharp. One gentleman, Robert, who's 70, started reading biographies after his wife passed away. He told me, it's not just about the stories. It's like my brain feels alive again. That's the power of reading. The emotional healing of stories. Books aren't just good for your brain. They're good for your heart. 2. As we age, we often reflect on our lives, the joys, the losses, the dreams we still hold. Reading can help us process those emotions in a gentle, meaningful way. Whether it's a novel about love and loss or a memoir about overcoming challenges, stories remind us that we're not alone. I'll never forget a patient named Margaret who was struggling with loneliness after her kids moved away. She started reading The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, and it changed her perspective. It reminded me that life is a journey, and I still have so much to discover, she said. Stories like that don't just entertain, they heal. They help us find meaning, feel connected, and rediscover our own resilience. That's why I always encourage my patients to read something that speaks to their soul, building empathy and understanding. Another gift of reading is how it opens our hearts to others. In my practice, I've seen how empathy, the ability to understand someone else's feelings, can transform relationships and bring joy to our lives. Reading, especially stories about people from different walks of life, builds that empathy. It's like stepping into someone else's shoes for a few hundred pages. For example, I recently recommended To Kill a Mockingbird to a patient who was feeling disconnected from his community. He came back and said, "I never realized how much we all have in common, no matter where we come from." That's what reading does. It helps us see the world through new eyes. And when we understand others better, we feel more connected, less alone, and more at peace. How to make reading part of your life. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but where do I start? Don't worry. I've got some practical tips to help you make reading a daily habit, even if life feels busy or you haven't read in years. These are the same strategies I share with my patients, and they really work. Start with just a few minutes. You don't need to read for hours. Start with 10 minutes a day, maybe while you're having breakfast or winding down at night. Those minutes add up, and they'll make a big difference. Pick something you enjoy. Reading should feel like a treat, not a task. Love mysteries? Grab a thriller. Curious about history? Try biography. Your local librarian can help you find something perfect, or check out bestseller lists online. Try different formats. If your eyes get tired, audiobooks are a wonderful option. You can listen while cooking, driving, or even gardening. Many libraries offer free audiobooks through apps like Libby. Make a ritual. Create a cozy reading routine. Maybe light a candle, play soft music, or sit in your favorite chair. I have a patient who reads with a cup of chamomile tea every evening. It's her me time, and she loves it. Connect with others. Consider joining a book club, either in person or online. Sharing your thoughts about a book with others can make reading even more rewarding. Plus, it's a great way to make new friends. Keep a book handy. Leave a book on your nightstand or in your bag. That way, whenever you have a spare moment, waiting at the doctor's office or sitting in the park, you can dive in. Be patient with yourself. If you're new to reading or it's been a while, give yourself grace. It's okay if you don't finish a book right away. The goal is to enjoy the process. Stories from the heart. Before we close, I want to share a couple of stories from patients who found joy and healing through reading. These are real people just like you, and their experiences show how transformative this habit can be. There's Ellen, a 67-year-old grandmother who was feeling anxious after a health scare. She started reading poetry, simple, uplifting poems by Mary Oliver, and it became her daily comfort. "It's like the words hold my hand," she told me. Ellen says reading has helped her stay calm and hopeful, even on tough days. Then there's James, a 58-year-old veteran who struggled with depression after retiring. He wasn't a reader, but he decided to try Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl after I recommended it. That book, about finding purpose in the face of suffering, gave him a new perspective. "It reminded me that I still have a lot to give," he said. James now reads every day, and he's even started writing his own stories. These stories remind me why I love talking about reading. It's not just about the books. It's about the hope, strength, and connection they bring to our lives. Well, my friend, we spent some time together today exploring something truly special. Reading isn't just a pastime. It's a way to care for your mind, soothe your heart, and even add years to your life. As a psychologist, I've seen how this simple habit can transform the way we feel, think, and live, especially as we embrace our middle and later years. I want to leave you with a little challenge. Try reading for just 10 minutes today. Pick up a book that calls to you. Maybe a novel, a memoir, or even a collection of quotes that inspire you. Let it be a moment of peace, a chance to grow, and a gift to yourself. And if you're already a reader, Maybe share a favorite book with someone you care about. That's how we spread the joy. Thank you for letting me share this with you. If this resonated with you, please leave a comment and tell me what you're reading or how you plan to start. I'd love to hear from you. And if you found this helpful, consider subscribing so we can keep exploring ways to live healthier, happier, and wiser together. Until next time, take care of yourself, keep reading, and know that you're never alone on this journey. I'll see you soon.